Urgent news. Tottenham tipped to offer Andoni Iraola £40 million deal as Bournemouth talks planned. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Daniel Levy might be ready to get the chequebook out to appoint Andoni Iraola at Tottenham, even after qualifying for the quarter-finals by beating AZ Alkmaar on Thursday night. Ange Postecoglou is still under pressure because of Spurs' very difficult season, and it appears as though a succession plan is already being put in place in North London. Levy ready to pay big to appoint Iraola at Tottenham. As reported by Give Me Sport, Tottenham have already made contact with Iraola's agents. Therefore, Bournemouth are planning to hold talks with their manager, who pockets around £1 million per year on his current deal, about signing a contract extension at the Vitality Stadium. However, ex-Spurs scout Brian King, speaking exclusively to Tottenham News, believes Levy would be willing to make Iraola an offer which would dwarf anything that the Cherries could provide. Iraola has a bright future ahead of him, King said. He has produced results at a smaller club. Bournemouth cannot offer the kind of wages that most of the other clubs in the Premier League can offer their managers. Therefore, it will come down to whether Iraola wants to remain with Bournemouth. I'd imagine they could offer him around £3 million a year to remain with the club. However, it will then be down to Iraola. Does he want to remain loyal to the club who have given him a chance, or does he want the big money? We know that a career in football isn't that long. Therefore, Iraola needs to think about himself and his family. Tottenham could offer him a 4-year contract worth £40 million. That is a lot of money. A 4-year contract at Bournemouth would be worth a lot less than that. However, this will first depend on what happens with Postecoglou. Even if Postecoglou isn't immediately sacked in the aftermath of a Spurs defeat against Eintracht Frankfurt, it is hard to see any way back for the 59-year-old if his side don't get past their German opponents. Therefore, whether he would like to admit it or not, Postecoglou knows that this match is a make-or-break game, especially with Iraola potentially waiting in the wings. Tottenham Hotspur are keen on signing Adam Wharton from Crystal Palace at the end of the season. According to former Tottenham scout Mick Brown, the North London club are keeping tabs on the 21-year-old defensive midfielder, and they could look to move for him in the summer. They will face competition from defending champions Manchester City as well. I hear Tottenham and Manchester City have been keeping a close eye on him, he told Football Insider. Mark Guehi looks like he will be leaving in the summer, and they don't want to lose too many players from that spine because then it starts to become a problem when you've got to replace them. So as far as Wharton's move goes, I think it would take a huge fee for Palace to accept it. The 21-year-old midfielder has established himself as a key player for Crystal Palace, and there is no doubt that he is good enough to play for the biggest clubs in the country. He could be the ideal replacement for Yves Bissouma, who has been underwhelming this season. Tottenham need more quality and depth in the middle of the park, and 21-year-old would be the ideal long-term investment for them. However, Brown has warned that the player would incur a huge fee in the summer. Tottenham need to improve the other areas of their squad as well, and it will be interesting to see if they are willing to spend a substantial amount of money in order to sign the English midfielder. Manchester City have more financial resources than them, and it remains to be seen whether they can win the race for Wharton. Whoever ends up signing Wharton will have a future star on their hands. The 21-year-old is already well settled in the Premier League, and he will only improve with coaching and experience. Tottenham Hotspur have opened talks with Angel Gomes over a free transfer move this summer for Ange Postecoglou, according to Football Transfers. The Lily-Whites are likely to continue their squad overhaul under the manager this summer after a disappointing campaign, which has seen them battling in the bottom half of the Premier League and failing to win a domestic trophy once again. Tottenham, in talks with Angel Gomes, England international will leave Lille, with doubts over the future of Yves Bissouma and James Maddison in their midfield department. Postecoglou sees England star Gomes as a perfect remedy to add quality and depth to the squad. Gomes, who has been described as phenomenal and a magician, is out of contract with Lille this summer and has already informed the Ligue 1 outfit that he wants to leave, which has seen his game time in France reduce as a result. But there is plenty of interest in the central midfielder from the Premier League, and Spurs are looking to beat the competition for his signature by opening talks with his representatives early to get a deal done early. Born in Edmonton, London, a return to the north of the capital could be enticing for Gomes, who made his debut for the England senior team in 2024 under Lee Carsley and has since become a regular member of the squad. Former club Manchester United and West Ham are also believed to be interested in his services, but playing regularly for a team competing for European football more often than not could be the difference between convincing him to join and missing out to a rival. He would also be a free transfer, which would help Spurs to continue to plan their rebuild for the new season without eating too much into their budget for other positions. GMS sources have revealed that this is a deal chairman Daniel Levy personally wants to get over the line too, and the club are moving to get it done. One of the Premier League's most exciting wingers, who Tottenham Hotspur are reportedly readying an offer for, has been urged to reject the approach from the North London club and stay where he is this season. Under Andoni Iraola, Bournemouth have become one of the most entertaining and energetic teams across the Premier League, with the Cherries now looking to dine in the top European table. One of the main reasons they have clicked as an attacking force has been the rise of Antoine Semenyo, who has transformed into one of the most enterprising wingers in the Premier League over the last 18 months. The Lilywhites have been credited with an interest in the wide man, with reports over recent days even claiming that Spurs are ready to launch a £33 million offer for Semenyo when the transfer window opens in June. Former Ghana international Matthew Amoah has now reacted to the news of Tottenham's impending offer for the Cherries attacker. The pundit advised his compatriot to remain at the Vitality Stadium and continue developing his game under the watchful eyes of Iraola if Spurs are the only club who come calling for him this summer. Amoah told Africa Foot, "With all due respect to Tottenham Hotspur, if this is the only offer that comes to Semenyo this summer, then he should stay at Bournemouth. Bournemouth are currently a better team on the pitch than Tottenham and seem more stable with a very good coach in Andoni Iraola. So joining a club that is far behind would be a demotion that makes no footballing sense. He's doing his job very well at a club that also appreciates his work and efforts, with fans singing his name day in and day out. Unless a much bigger club comes along, he should stay at Vitality. Also, the £33 million that is being talked about is below his value in the current market, given his contract, age and ability. One of the main issues with finishing mid-table is that the elite players, the kind who Tottenham need to compete for major honours, will hesitate to come to N17 this summer. That is why it is crucial that Spurs manage to turn their form around and achieve a respectable league finish this season in addition to going far in the Europa League. While the Lilywhites may be in a strong financial position in comparison to some of their rivals, that would be of no use if the players as Postecoglou once decide to wait for better offers. That's it for today's update. If you like the video and want to keep up with everything Tottenham, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for our latest content. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and share it with other Spurs fans. Let's build our Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs!